found my first Blanton's. Wow. That's different. I really like that. Peychauds or Peychauds or Peychaud.
Yeah, now I'm gorgeous. Although probably fuzzier was better.
Okay. So this is not what I expected. All right, how's it going? It's Thursday and I'm a little bit late, but hey, we are here. And Mike is watching and Kevin is watching and hi. So they say that this is the best Dickel there is. Now, 2 weeks ago, we tried the Western Reserve, which is supposed to be Dickel juice. The 12-year-old just giggled at that, and me. The 12-year-old in me just is giggling. Dickel juice. Okay. Probably sipped by that racer, Dick Trickle. That's a real racer, NASCAR racer. Anyway. So then I thought last week we would do the Dickel 12-year, which I didn't like before. I didn't love it last week. It wasn't as bad as I remembered it, but it still is not a memorable pour. It's one I want to get rid of pretty quickly. So this week, I know I didn't open this in advance. Sorry. I do that sometimes. So this is the bottled and bond. Now, when I was arguing with people on Facebook and different places about Dickel being good, Dickel not being good, Tom was watching. Hey, Tom. I was told that the bottled and bond is the one I'm going to like. I've had this one for a while. And after I tasted the 12-year the first time, I didn't want to open this. But here we go. So, there we go. Dickel again, one of those distilleries that made it through Prohibition, thanks to medicinal whiskey being used. I didn't have time to look anything up on this bottle. I don't know anything about it. I know it's bottled and bond. I know it's 100 proof, and I know it's George Dickel Tennessee whiskey, which I generally don't like. So, that's all I can tell you about it. I don't know anything else. Cascade Hollow Distillery, Tullahoma, Tennessee. Yeah, that's all. That's all I know about it. We're just going to try it and see if it's worth, if the juice is worth the squeeze. Back to the Dickel jokes. So far, everything on the feed looks good. Last week we were out on the porch and the feed looked terrible. I think it was a software issue through my system that I use. I don't think it was internet problems, although it might have been. It could have been a combination of a lot of different things. But so this week, not only does it look like it's rolling okay, but I also am recording into the camera in case something goes wrong. I got a sneeze coming. I was outside setting up an archery course. And outside, that's where sneezes are born. All right. All right. Okay. Ken is watching. Hey, Ken, how are you, man? Glad you're here. We're trying the Dickel bottled and bond. We're gonna get rid of this Dickel. We're gonna wave this particular distillery goodbye today. And if this is good, I'll buy another one. If it isn't, I will not. I saw an ad online today for Oak and Eden. Huh. Yeah. No. 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 Don't buy Oak and Eden. Just do yourself a favor. Okay. All right. So, Dickel bottled and bond. All right, I like the nose. I do like the nose. I'm thinking I might sneeze again. Boy, that's a tough call as to what I'm getting out of it, and it's probably because I got allergies in my nose. I'm getting orange peel, honey, There is an astringent type of thing going on. I've got somebody messaging me about fishing. I've been fishing a lot, and right now I'm being messaged about fishing. So that's what the ding was. Something herbal, maybe a peppery note. The orange peel is very nice, and the honey is nice. All right, here we go. Decent bloom, 100 proof. The bloom is slow growing, but it's long lasting. It's staying on my tongue. Like when I talk and my tongue hits the roof of my mouth, I can still feel it, and it's still there. That's a nice long finish. And I will tell you, that's not a bad dram. That is not bad. They were saying that Bottled and Bond is the best, and I think I agree with them. Let's try it again. Twist. All right. I found a Dickel I like. I don't know if the mash bill is any different on it than the 12-year or the other ones. I don't even know how long this is aged. I didn't look anything up. I didn't have time. Bottled and Bond Act of 1897 is an old law, but it's an important one to know. To be considered bonded, the whiskey must be from a single distiller season and distillery. It must be aged for at least 4 years. And it must be unaltered from its original character, except using pure water to reduce the proof to 100 degrees, it says. This batch of George Dickel you're holding abides by this law. If you have any doubts, just give us a call. We'll vouch for it personally. This batch comes from barrels maturing since fall of 2005 with a taste that's bold and complex, kind of like the people who made it. I'm sneezing, and now my nose is running. Just a second. That is really annoying. I went through this period when I was on the radio still. And it was like the last, 9 months of my time in radio. And I would crack the mic and sneeze. I don't know if it was an anxiety thing that was causing it, but I would crack the mic and I would sneeze. And this is even during the winter time, like 9 months. Really annoying. I'd have to bring the microphone back down, sneeze it out, and then bring it back up. Or I'd have a co-host talk or something. It was awful. Larry's watching. Take a snort, it'll clean you out. Well, I think it probably did. Gracious. All right. Okay. Okay. Now that my nose is cleared out, I'm able to pick up some of the Tennessee whiskey notes. I am getting some of that rye-ish quality to it, that earthiness to it. But compared, bringing in the other flavors of the Bottled and Bond, this is actually a nice pour. I'll be honest, I'm surprised, I'm astonished, but I can drink this one. I don't like the 12-year at all. This one I can drink. The Bottled and Bond. I won't go out of my way to buy it, but I won't shun this either. All right, so let's do some on water. See what happens. Hey, Roger. How are you, man? Glad you're with us tonight. I was a little bit late, and I didn't get a chance to even clean up. I'm fresh out of the woods. We set up a 3D archery course today, and I wanted to leave 20 minutes earlier than I did. So I kind of got home, and I was trying to debate on whether I should have put on a hat. It would have been my first Bourbcast with a hat. So, anyway. All right. Adding water to this bad boy. See what happens when you open it up. Come on. There we go. So this is a little bit more than 1 milliliter. Give it, say, 1.25 milliliters of water. Great to be here in Tennessee. Oh, you're in Tennessee. Well, this is Tennessee whiskey. How perfect. Roger, I'll tell you, I'll be honest, I am not a fan of George Dickel at all, but this bottled and bond is actually pretty good. If you see a bottle of this down there, you might want to pick it up. The bottled and bond, it's the only one I've tried. Now, I've only tried 2 different products. I think I've got 3. But the 12-year I didn't care for. This I think is actually pretty decent. All right. Hey, Michael. How are you? How are things out in the sunshine? I like it better neat. Bringing the proof down by adding a little over a milliliter of water. Made it more earthy, brought out that George Dickelness, which is what I don't like about George Dickel. I'm not going to tell you that I like it any better on water. I like it neat. That's the way to do this, is neat. Still, on water, it's still better than the 12-year. To me. I was going to take a picture of it. I've had this out in my car for a couple days along with my camera, and I just never got the opportunity to take a photo, so I'll take one later. I know exactly the photo I want to take. I just haven't been able to do it, and I was at the archery course today, which is where I want to take it. I just didn't have time. Just didn't have time. 109 today. Goodness. Wow. We had, 2 days ago, we had our hottest day of the year. It was 100 degrees. Yesterday, it was the second hottest day of the year, 99. Today's much nicer. Today's back down in the 80s. For us. 109. Gosh. Is it a dry heat, though, Michael? Is it a dry heat? That's what they always tell you, like Vegas and things like that. It's a dry heat. It's okay. No, 109 is still 109. That's freaking hot. I remember being in Vegas. I know you're not in Vegas, but I remember being in Vegas when it was like 110, 112. Tom, who's watching, used to live in Vegas. And humid, you said. And humid. Okay, yeah. Coachella Valley is hot and humid. All right, let's get this over with. I did not bring up a gorgeous ice sphere. I didn't have time to go downstairs and get one. So we're drinking on regular ice cubes. Let me get the water out of it. Now we'll try Dickel on ice. Sweater weather. Yeah. No. Unless you're talking about sweat weather. Sweat, you're okay. All right. I'm just going to pour a little of this, not much. This is going to melt fast. It's going to dilute the drink because I'm using cubes instead of a sphere. All right. Okay. It's got nice flavors on ice. That honey comes back out. The honey's real present. I'm getting salted caramel, light salt. It's not like a super salted caramel. It's lightly salted. That's actually kind of nice. The flavors are muted a little bit. The earthiness that I had with this on water is gone. Back to that honey, that orange rind. Yeah, I like it on ice. I like it neat, and I like it on ice. So there you go. George Dickel, bottled and bond. Yeah, one of the oldest whiskey brands in the nation. And with this one, with the bottled and bond, I think they got it right. I like this one. Next week, I left it in here. I'll go get it. All right. So this is going to be fun. I know allergies do suck, Ken. They're horrible and they're kicking my butt. I go to bed each night after, I suppose it's maybe an hour and a half. I'll take a Benadryl so I can sleep at night, not have any troubles breathing. As a child, my allergies were horrible. Horrible. And I breathed so badly that my mom would sleep on the floor beside my bed. So when I got all stuffed up and yucked up, she would wake me up, sit me up so I could drain out. And that's a true story. And I still remember having her there and having her wake me up. She was so concerned. And then I went to the allergy doctor and they started giving me shots. And I took shots for a good night. 11 years from the time I was 3 until I was 14 and said, no more, I'm done. But now, of course, there's pills and it's wonderful. You know, the Zyrtec and the Claritin and whatever else is out there. But Benadryl is what I take at night because it helps knock me out. And then I can sleep like a baby all night long and then some. But that's been helpful. But it's been since last night since I've had one. So now my allergies are kicking my butt. So anyway, okay. So next week what we're going to do, and I'm looking forward to this because it's really fun, is that it stands for Kings, Not Gods. That's the name of the whiskey, but they use initials, acronym, FKNG. For Kings, Not Gods, FKNG. I found this one for $38.99, and I have had it sitting on the shelf for some time now. It's been probably a year and a half it's been sitting on the shelf, and I've never opened it up. I don't think it can be found in Ohio. I found this in another state. But I am looking forward. I've been wanting to try this, and I don't want to try anything new without doing it with you. So it says here, FKNG Bourbon. You can spell it out yourself. Use the alliteration yourself. This is a family show. We're talking about bourbon with a family show, right? Okay, what the hell? F King Bourbon is created with the same spirit of the American pioneers who pushed west of the Allegheny Mountains after the American Revolution. We believe in the pursuit of an American dream with fortitude, determination, and independence. Unapologetic and authentic. Aged a minimum of 4 years. Resist being average. Be F King extraordinary. So just the name of this is fun to play with. And I am hoping that the bourbon inside is as good as the labeling. I think this is hilarious. So it says the date on it is 1924, so maybe it's been around a while. I don't know. I will do some research on it, and we will hit this next week and have a good time doing it. So everybody who's watching, Tom, Ken, Roger, Kevin, and Michael, and Mike, and everybody else I'm scrolling right past. Hard to watch a bourbon review is such a good-looking guy. Michael. Mike Dugan. Thank you. Yeah. You got me. Such a good-looking guy. Hey, just so you know, Mike, Field and Stream shooting this weekend, this Sunday. So get your bow out, come up, and enjoy the challenge. We've got a challenging course. You're gonna really love it. So come up and play. All right, guys. Boy, it's under a half hour. Look at me. Look at me go. We did everything. Everything in less than a half hour. So good on me. All right, guys. Again, we'll see you next week with Four Kings, Not Gods. It's not a family show, but I gotta. So, all right, we'll talk to you next Thursday. Thank you so much for watching.